This is surveillance video of Mike's Market in San Diego's Mountain View neighborhood during the summer of 2022. Here's San Diego County District Attorney Summer Stephan describing the scene.
So this wasn't just a gang-controlled area where they were selling drugs and, pushing people around.
Add to it gun sales, robberies, and murders. The video is a centerpiece of a 3-year effort by Stephan's office and the San Diego Police Department gang unit, known as Operation Mic Drop.
One of the things that we noticed at Mike's Market is that it operated like a drive-through. So a car could pull in, approach a gang member that was there to sell drugs, pull up alongside him, gang member would reach in, conduct the sale, and then people would go on their merry way.
Deputy District Attorney Miriam Hemming was the lead prosecutor in the effort against the members and the associates of the gang, an offshoot of the Bloods gang.
They are what is considered to be a generational gang, which is that it's kept very much within the family. You might have grandparents, uncles, cousins, brothers, etc. that are in the gang.
And they had a dedicated customer base.
Customers at Mike's Market spanned every age and every race, from the very young to the very old, everyone you can imagine.
The neighborhood has long been heavily policed, but Stephan says it was traditional policing, responding to calls and making arrests. It was ineffective. Members of the community felt unsafe. This already bad situation had gotten worse coming out of the pandemic.
Essentially holding the community hostage, under siege in crime.
Henry Lee Wallace was worried. As a longtime member of the Black Panther Party, he ran a feeding program which included the addicts and homeless who circled the parking lot. He was seeing how the market had become very dangerous.
I did time before, so I recognized a bad situation. Should I keep going in there, feeding people, knowing that this is not legal what they're doing?
Wallace decided to shut down the feeding.
There was literally in the air, you could feel fear.
Steve Marin is pastor of the Bridge Church, which is right across the street from the market. He and his parishioners had a direct line of sight.
And people would bend over to tie their shoe, and you would see that they're, packing guns and openly selling drugs. And
it was what Marin showed to the SDPD Community Affairs Officer for Mountain View. Their meeting played a key role in the decision to launch Operation Mic Drop. Previously, if a black and white patrol car was spotted, the action moved off the street, into the store, and out of sight of the police. But once Operation Mic Drop launched, undercover officers joined the dealers inside the market.
We did have law enforcement agents that were wearing body wires.
Gang members questioned anyone coming into the store. Here's part of one conversation heard on an undercover wire.
What part of town are you from?
Not here. I clearly just said that earlier.
Where you from?
Why do it matter?
You trying to send me to jail? I got kids.
It was discovered that gangsters and two-store employees were paying people cash for EBT government assistance cards at a fraction of their true value. They would ring up $200 and give them $100 in cash.
They would get cash in hand, and then a gang member would be there and available to sell drugs to them.
The EBT scam led to the FBI and the U.S. Department of Agriculture joining Mic Drop and ultimately finding more than $2 million in welfare fraud.
We brought our task force with the partners we needed to get the job done.
Market was raided in the fall of 2022, the payoff of a 6-month effort that included 90 days of surveillance. In the end, the DA's office successfully prosecuted 22 gang members and associates.
we began to see that there was an immediate change, immediately.
And data shows the change has been lasting. Since Mic Drop, the DA's office says there's been a 75% decrease in service calls and a 50% drop in arrests in the area surrounding the market, and no reported robberies and no reported murders. J.W. August, KPBS News.